Anishinaabe, hello, my relations. I feel your spirit. I see your light. I know we're on a sacred journey together, and it's just starting. My name is Midegah Ogichidaa. It is my second name I've received of the three I carry, traditionally from the Anishinaabe, or the peoples of the Great Lakes region. It comes from my spirit name, which I have not shared publicly. It's Midegah Ogichidaa, the kind warrior man of the Ojibwe peoples. My first name I received as a teenager is Joseph Anisha, Joseph who gives freely, named after my father, Joseph Gigijad, or Wednesday, Joseph's Day. My third name was received in December of 2024 at the 8th Fire Lodge of the Anishinaabe Traditional Governance in Ontario, and it's a traditional name carried by my family for a millennia. It was assigned and associated to me, Ogimaa Songab, the one who is brave and strong. And I try my very best to be that big moose with horns, antlers of iron, hooves of brass, pressing through 20 feet of snow in a blizzard, believing that I'm living beyond the horizon. Spring is near, the sun is rising, the Savior's returning, he's almost here. Today we're going to cover 1 Nephi chapter 2, a journey of obedience and courage from the Nephite record. Before we begin today's message, I want to express my gratitude for your presence. If you find this message uplifting, please consider liking this video, subscribing to our channel, and sharing with your friends and family so that we can continue to provide more inspiring content. Your support enables us to reach more people with these valuable teachings. Today, we enter the second chapter of 1 Nephi, of the Nephite record. This chapter continues the narrative of Lehi's family and their journey, highlighting the themes of obedience and courage. 1 Nephi chapter 2 opens with Lehi receiving another divine commandment. The Lord instructs him to take his family and depart into the wilderness and to leave Jerusalem, to escape impending destruction. This command requires immense faith and courage from Lehi and his family. Related to the sounds in their Hebrew and Anishinaabe connection, Nephi, Neph in Hebrew, means to breathe, to blow, suggesting life or spirit. Neph also relates to soul or life. In Anishinaabe Moan, Nebai, Nebai, Nebai refers to a lost people that traveled the waterways, and it also means flowing spirit, and it applies to water as well. Lehi in Hebrew directly translates to jaw or cheek. It also appears in the Old Testament, notably in the story of Samson, where the jawbone of a donkey is used as a weapon. However, for Lehi, the sound, it has another meaning, which relates to a pronounced speaking ability. In Anishinaabe Moan, the language of the Ojibwe or Chippewa peoples, the term Li refers to also the mouth or speaking. And this relates synonymously with the Hebrew understanding of the jaw. Consider Lehi's descendants within our communities, and they were and are known for their pronounced jaws and speaking ability. Normally this associated with the Deer clan. Wake up. Lehi's obedience to the Lord's command is evident as he gathers his family and leaves behind his home, his wealth, and their comfort. His unwavering faith and courage set a powerful example to us all. Despite the uncertainty of the wilderness, Lehi trusts in his Creator's plan first. The key teachings from chapter 2 of 1 Nephi are obedience to divine command. In verse 3, it says, "And it came to pass that he was obedient unto the word of the Lord. Wherefore he did as the Lord commanded him." This verse highlights Lehi's immediate and faithful response to the Lord's command, emphasizing the importance of obedience, and when it requires, and even more so when it requires great sacrifice, move with haste. It also talks about courage in the face of uncertainty. Verse 4, "And it came to pass that he departed into the wilderness." This verse underscores the courage required to leave behind the familiar and venture into the unknown, trusting in the Creator's guidance. We see a parallel with Moses leading Israel out of Egypt into the wilderness, or away from the creations of men and into the creation and systems of the Creator, away from the failed systems and outcomes of mankind's judgment, who lacks understanding on how to perfect the earth and instead destroys the earth. Their communities and their systems always result in an attack on the family right before the collapse and judgment. They attack the father and the mother, what it means to be a man and a woman. This always brings destruction. We're talking about a role of faith in overcoming challenges. In verse 11, now this he spake because of the stiff-neckedness of Laman and Lemuel. For behold, they did murmur in many things against their father, because he was a visionary man, and had them leave out of the land of Jerusalem, to leave the land of their inheritance and their gold and their silver and their precious things, to perish in the wilderness. This verse shows the contrast between faith and doubt, as Lehi's faith is tested by the murmuring of his sons, Laman and Lemuel. It reminds us that faith is essential in overcoming challenges and doubts. Today, if you were called out of Babylon, out of the destruction men bring upon themselves, would you be able to leave your riches, your precious things? Do you have it in you to covenant together to make a refuge of peace? Would you, if you knew he was coming back? My friends, my brothers and sisters, he's coming back, and your eyes will see it. We are in a countdown. First Nephi chapter 2 reminds us of the significance of obedience and courage in our spiritual journey. By following Lehi's example, we can navigate life's uncertainties with confidence and trust in divine guidance. So let us strive together to be like Lehi, who through his faith and obedience embarked on a path of hope and resilience. In the Torah, we can find many places to reflect on Lehi's journey. He was a Hebrew from the house of Israel. He was from the house of Joseph. So let us consider the wisdom found in Deuteronomy 31:6. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them. For the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. I need you to listen to me. Every atom is light and sound very tightly wound. That is you and me equally as those light and sound tightly wound on the furthest reaches of the universe. Our one Creator sustains them, renews them moment to moment equally. How great is our Creator, who encompasses every portion of our being, with our identity being nothing more than capturing moments of that heartbeat to breath, the space between, and stacking them to create an identity, you and me. But when we meet our Creator, what will he say? Shed your sight so you can see I am you and you are me. There is nothing in you that is of you. And I'm asking you, pleading with you, to be one with your Creator, to choose to live the good way. Additionally, reflecting on the wilderness experience, Exodus 13:21 reminds us, by day the Lord went ahead of them in a pillar of cloud to guide them on their way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light so that they could travel by day or night. You are never alone. He is always before you. He is always around you. He is always within you, sharing every one of your thoughts, encouraging you to choose the right, and equally encouraging you when you step to the left to step back to the right. This is called the good way, to live with wisdom, respect, humility, honesty, truth, courage, and love. Mino b'madezi win, the good way of living. Midday we win, the path of the heart. That there is wisdom to know there is one Creator of all things seen and unseen. We show respect to all things seen and unseen because they're provided and sustained by the one Creator. We show humility to humankind because we are sacred. We can see that we are made in the image or reflection of that Creator's intelligence. So act with honesty. What one has gained or obtained is not yours to remove or covet. That's their walk with the Creator. But all living beings also have a walk with the Creator, or else they would not be here. And are they not in families as well? So live truth. See their equal journey and act with restraint. Take only what you need. Live with courage that you are a spirit man and woman dwelling within a body of flesh. It is a temple for your spirit. So show love, which is unconditional kindness to all things seen and unseen. And when we do these things, the universe, which we are equally connected to, there is no division between any of us or the furthest reaches of the universe or even our one Creator of all things seen and unseen. So I want to thank you for your time, and may we all seek to strengthen our obedience and courage as we face the challenges that lie ahead. But we know right before the sun rises is when it's the darkest, but also when it's darkest in that hour is when all living things come out and dwell together without fear, because they know with a surety, with an absolute certainty, that the sun is rising. Each breath is a pause to consider oneself. We aren't much different, you and me. Some walk the land, some soar the skies, some swim the seas. All these moments are passing by. Look within yourself. What is the pure truth? From whence we came, we shall return. We exist here, like a gentle rain caressing the earth. We exist with a purpose to learn. But what of our Creator, who views us in so many ways? Earth, sea, sky. Beneath the sun's rays, He sees us. Let's consider the teaching of the three mosquitoes who the Creator placed within the forest and said, "Follow the path of kindness, goodness, and light. Follow the sun during the day and the moon in the night." They journeyed together through the forests. Mighty trees they passed between, and one of the mosquitoes became distracted by a shimmering light for a very moment, removing their perspective from that sun in the sky, and they found themselves upon some water in a lake nearby. And their journey was over as that great fish consumed their life. To the other two mosquitoes, the Creator said, "I told you to wander not. Follow the sun during the day and the moon during the night. Follow the path of kindness, compassion, because this is what is right." And they journeyed. One day, in just a mere moment, distracted for a mere second, fascinated by what appeared to be water held within the air, a mosquito paused for a moment. He tarried there, and then his journey was ended as that spider consumed his life. To that last mosquito, the Creator said, "I told you, do not be distracted by this world and its ways. Follow that sun during the day and that moon during the night. This is the path of kindness, compassion, and light." And this was a good and faithful mosquito who was thankful for the form he was within. He followed the moon during the night. He followed the sun during the day, often feeling as if he was going in circles in every way. But he knew this is what his Creator told him to do, and so this is what he must do. And then one day, as his aged body began to fall, his eyelids drooped, and his spirit lifted, he saw anew. And as he was journeying with his Creator said, "You lived a good life." And that mosquito, full of compassion and kindness and love, said, "What of my friends who I lost along the way?" And the Creator said, "Do not worry for them. They've started anew. They began their journey again. They're back on the first day. Gimme Quen me go.
Gimme Quen me go.
Gishi se shi sagiya.
Gishi se shi sagiya.
Zegoyan.
Zegoyan.
Mekwenda goshida.
Mekwenda goshida.
Aben gosha.
Aben gosha.
Gimme Quen me go.
Gimme Quen me go.
Ani kubi chiganad.
Ani kubi chiganad.
Gimme Quen me go.
Gimme Quen me go.
In my way magona.
In my way magona.
Gimme Quen me go.
Gimme Quen me go.
Gishi se shi sagiya.
Gishi se shi sagiya.
Zegoyan.
Zegoyan.
Good job.